Hey, Decluttering Club. Today we're going to talk about why the holidays hit harder when you have clutter. Because I don't know about you guys, but it is right around the corner. We've got Thanksgiving, we have American Thanksgiving coming up, we have Christmas, we have Hanukkah, we have New Year, and it's coming. So I want to talk about it now because now is the time to start thinking about this so that you do not have a panic attack, so that you do not get overwhelmed, so you do not get stressed out, and so that you might even be able to have a lovely holiday season and do everything that you want to do and then some, and actually enjoy yourself. That would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? That is what we want to talk about today because I have a plan for you and I want to share it with you. Okay, so hopefully the technology is in our favor today. If you are on live, leave me a comment, say hello, let me know what's going on, and let me know what is your favorite holiday. Tell me in the comments, which one is your favorite? We also have Halloween. I didn't mention Halloween. Halloween's coming up. My kids are really excited about Halloween. Me, not so much, but they are. So let me know in the comments, and I want to share with you all of these reasons because I think it's important that we talk about the unique challenges and struggles that you may have so that we can deal with them. Okay? We are all different, 100%. But if you have a cluttered house or if you struggle with clutter, then you're going to have some challenges that are unique to you that someone who has a, totally decluttered or super organized house, they're just not going to have the same issues. So I want to talk about them with you. Okay? So, number one, this is a big one, especially for all of my ADHD friends. This one's really big. Are you ready? Okay. Number one, the number one reason that the holidays may hit harder for you is that everything is going to take twice as long as you think it will. And maybe it's not twice as long, maybe it's 4 times as long. It just takes longer for so many different reasons. So you might think, yeah, I can just go out shopping. It'll take me an hour, maybe an hour and a half tops. And 4 hours later, you're still not done. It's just gonna take longer, right? If you do struggle with focus and ADHD, I have heard, estimates anywhere from, things take twice as long to 4 times as long, but it's really hard to estimate how much time do I need to do this thing, right? And so we think, well, in a perfect world, I would need this much time. So I'm going to put down, I'm going to budget that much time to do this task. And it turns out we're just wrong. And so we need to take that into account when we're planning what we're going to do. Because otherwise we end up overwhelmed, we end up rushing, and then we stress out. And then when we stress out, what do? We don't actually work faster. We actually freeze most of the time, or we procrastinate, which is not the way to get things done. And it certainly isn't a way to enjoy your holidays. So that's the number one reason. Everything takes twice as long as you think it will. Okay. Number two, extra commitments lead to overwhelm, and overwhelm leads to procrastination. Right? So has this happened to you? Someone says, oh, we're having a get together. Do you want to come? And you're like, yes, I do. That sounds amazing. And before you know it, now you have to find an outfit, and you have to, find someone to take care of the kids, and maybe you need to bring a gift, or you need to bake something, and then you need directions, and now it adds up. We have all of these extra commitments that we try to cram in to our holiday season, right? That is going to not work in our favor if we don't plan ahead, if we don't account for that. Right? It's easy to get overwhelmed on a regular day. Am I right? But if it's the holidays and you've got one after another, it's even worse. Okay? So just be aware of that. All right, number 3. This is a really, really important one. And I think this is one that people don't see coming, and it really does them a disservice. Okay, so number 3 reason why the holidays can hit harder is because holidays can trigger grief, right? We think we're supposed to be happy during November, December, New Year. It's supposed to be a happy time, right? And you go shopping, or you go to the stores, or you go online, and you see all these pictures of happy people, and they're just loving their lives. But that may not be the case for you. during the holiday season. You might not be happy. Maybe this triggers some really painful memories, or maybe you're just missing some loved ones in your life. And so if that's the case, instead of feeling happy, you're feeling sad, or you're feeling grief or something like that. But not only are you feeling those negative emotions, but you're feeling crappy because you think you're supposed to be happy, right? So it's like a double whammy. And so we just want to know that, and we want to have compassion for ourselves. We want to allow space for that. If that is our reality, it's so important to not ignore it, to not push it away, and just witness it. Okay, so we want to allow time and space for that to happen if that is something that happens for you. Okay. Number 4. This one is very obvious, but I think sometimes we kind of forget. And it is that holiday shopping multiplies clutter if you are not also decluttering simultaneously, right? This is very, very simple. This is like math, right? If you bring in, 2 truckloads, 2 carloads, or, 50 Amazon boxes of new things come in the house, if you don't let 50 boxes out the door, you're going to end up with more stuff. Like, so obvious. But we don't plan for it. So stuff comes in and nothing leaves the house, and now we have more stuff than before, which is not what we want to be. Okay. Okay. So that's number 4. Number 5. I love this one. Number 5 is under stress, right? If you're already stressed out or overwhelmed, or maybe you're kind of stretched to your max, you may revert to some stopgap measures, like maybe when you're in a hurry, you just stuff things in the closet, or maybe you put the dirty dishes in the oven so nobody sees them, or maybe you've got laundry and it just kind of sits there in the washing machine over and over and over again, right? When we are in a hurry, or when we are stressed out, we kind of abandon the way we might normally do things. So on a normal day, when it's not holiday or busy season, you might do the laundry, you might make your bed, you clean up the kitchen, you do your kitchen zero. But if you are busy, it all goes out the window, and you're like, I don't have time for that, and you just do like the quick version, which typically ends up taking a lot of shortcuts, which then cost us more time in the long run. Okay, so we want to be careful of that. We want to, maybe yes, you do need to be willing to let go of some of your standards, but not all of them. Do not abandon, the laundry. Do not stop doing the dishes because you're so busy. You have to keep up with that kind of thing. But that's what happens when we're under stress or we're overwhelmed. And that's what happens, if you've got a lot of stuff going on in November and December. Okay, this is very, very, very common. Okay. Oh, and before I get to the rest of these, I don't want anyone to beat yourself up. Okay, don't beat yourself up if this is what happens to you. I'm just sharing this so that you know that these are real things. These are real struggles. If you are undergoing these struggles, or if this happens to you during November and December, you're normal, and we have solutions. Okay, promise you. All right. Number six. Without careful planning, it is easy to fall behind in all the things you want to do. Now, I know a lot of you in this community, you love to do. You love to go places. You love to make things. You're making all the homemade things, or you're doing all the baking or all the cooking, or you want to visit all the people. We want to do all of that. We don't want to say no. And so what that means is, if you do want to do more than you're doing on a typical, Thursday in October, you're going to need some careful planning. You're going to have to get more detailed. You're going to have to stick to the plan, or if you don't have to, of course, but if you don't, then it's real easy for it to all fall apart, right? And feel behind. And once you get behind, then it feels like it's so hard to catch up. Okay, so careful planning, really, really helpful. Now, the problem is a lot of people don't know how to plan. They don't know how to plan. They make a plan, and then they get overwhelmed, and then they throw out the plan, and then they say, I'm never going to plan again because it doesn't work, right? Which is not the answer. Okay. Before I get to 7 and 8, I want to let you know we have just opened the doors for what we call the Done and Dusted Holiday Planning Intensive. Okay, Done and Dusted is the name of this program, and we did this back in the summertime. We took a number of people through this process, and they mapped out a whole plan for their summer. And we taught them how to plan. We taught them how to deal with things that come up, because guess what? You make a plan, but then your plan you do not execute your plan exactly as you imagine. Things are going to come up. So when things come up, what do? You have to have a plan for when things come up. So we took people through this whole planning process, and then we kept them accountable, and it was amazing, and they loved it, and they got so much done. They reached their goals. So we're going to do this again, but we're going to do it for the holidays, because again, so many of you have so many expectations, and you just want to do so many wonderful things, and we want to help you do that. We want to teach you how to plan so that you can kind of have your cake and eat it too. You can get those things done, and maybe you don't fall behind in your house, and maybe you actually enjoy yourself and have some downtime during the holiday season. So that's what Done and Dusted is all about. Now I put a link in above this video, and there should also be one in the comments where you can sign up for the planning intensive. Okay, so we would love to have you join us for that. It is coming up in a couple weeks, and we're going to help you make a plan, right? If you are a member, if you are in the Organize My Home membership, this call is free for you. So don't sign up for it. We will be sharing all the details in the workbook and all that kind of good stuff inside the membership group, okay? But the rest of you, we would love to have you join us so we can help you really, really enjoy your holiday season and not feel like you're stretched to the max. Okay, going on to number 7. Okay, the holidays encourage buying, right? This is the time where we show our love, we give gifts, we buy lots of extra food, right? Things are coming in the door, right? And we kind of want to treat ourselves. We want to enjoy. We want to, take care of our families and our friends. So things are coming in the door. Maybe you want new decorations. Anyone getting new decorations this year? Right? So things are coming in the door, but also it triggers, for a lot of you, it triggers your sense of frugality. So you think, well, let's not, let's keep that wrapping paper, those gift bags, perfectly good gift bags. Let's hang on to those gift bags. Or those decorations, maybe we didn't put them up this year, but we're probably going to want them next year. There's nothing wrong with them. Maybe we'll change our mind, right? So we hang on to things because we want to be frugal, we want to be good stewards, or because we love those things, but also we are buying. So again, the whole idea of something coming in the house, but nothing's leaving the house, right? And we have these two opposing desires. We have the desire to, to enjoy and to show our love for people and to decorate and all that, right? And then also the desire to be frugal and not wasteful. And so these two desires come and they cause a problem if we don't deal with it carefully and mindfully. All right, and this happens in a bigger way during the holidays. It happens all year round, but I think it's magnified during the holiday season. Okay, and then the last reason that I have on my list, and I'd love to hear if you have more reasons as well, but the last reason why the holidays hit harder if you have clutter is that once you have surrendered to like holiday mess or holiday overwhelm, it's so much harder to get back on track, right? Once you have let it go, maybe you let the dishes, maybe the kitchen has been a week and you really haven't kind of gotten it back in shape, it is so much harder to catch up again, right? You got to dig yourself out of that hole, and you might be a month behind during the holiday season. Now what happens come January? You feel so overwhelmed, and you're kicking yourself because you let it get like that. But the reason you let it get like that was because you're overwhelmed. So of course it got bad. If you didn't have a plan, if you didn't budget for rest and for dealing with the procrastination and the overwhelm, of course something has to give, and that something is probably your sanity. Okay, so it's not a surprise that this happens, but a little bit of prevention right now in terms of planning and just some really simple habits. If you put those in place, now is the time. Then come November, December, and on through January, you are going to be so much happier, right? Because you won't have to dig yourself out of the hole, right? There's going to be no hole to dig yourself out of. But if you don't, that's typically what happens, is you get really far behind, and now it's like, oh, now what? Now we have more work than before, and you thought you were overwhelmed right now. Well, come January, it's going to be that much worse. Okay, so I want to make you aware of this, not because I want to freak you out, but because I want you to know that I understand the issues, and we have a plan. Okay, we have a plan. It's such good news, and we would love to share this with you, and that's what's going on in the Done and Dusted Holiday Planning Intensive. Again, the link is below this video. We'd love to have you join us. Click through, you can read all the details and sign up, and we're gonna have an amazing time. We're gonna have an amazing holiday season, okay? That is what I have for you today, everyone, and hope to see you on that call. Let us know if you have any questions. Feel free to email in as well, and I'll catch you later. All right, take care, everyone.